So the result of what you want is that the president is going to have massive, unchecked, uncontrolled power, not only to do traditional execution, but to make law through legislative and adjudicative frameworks.
The president is going to have all the executive power, which is what the Constitution dictates. And the way you framed it there, I think, makes the separation of powers problems in the alternative view here even worse. Because you have just described these, rulemakings and adjudications as really judging and legislating.
Folks, what you just listened to is a Supreme Court argument between Trump versus Slaughter. Now, Trump fired Slaughter. Slaughter was the lady who was working in an independent agency, and Trump fired her. And then she took Trump to court, and this is the Supreme Court argument that you just listened to. Now, this is interesting because this Supreme Court case was actually what gave Trump the power that Trump used on what we're going to talk about today. And I was telling folks yesterday, I said, this coming election is the most important, if not the most important election in American history. You may not believe me, but I think concerning the situation, I'm right. Now, you don't have to be a Democrat before you can see that it looks as if Trump is trying to hold on to power by any means possible. Because obviously the things that Trump has been trying to do just raises suspicion. And I don't understand how long we're going to take this. What just happened now is the Supreme Court, in what I just played to you, gave Trump the power to be able to fire independent agency workers. Now, what Trump did was he fired U.S. election commissioners. Now, these folks, the folks who are these commissioners, they're actually, it's a bipartisan groups of individuals. So you have Republicans, you have Democrats. So this is not about they're all Democrats. No, this is bipartisan. It's an agency that looks after election. They make sure that United States election goes well. They try to help to make sure everything goes smoothly. And now Trump was not able to fire them before this case because he had no such power. But now that the Supreme Court gave him the power, he fired them. Now, why would Trump fire people who work in election sectors? Why is Trump concerned with election? I mean, you don't have to be a Democrat before you can think, even if you're a Republican. If you think deep, you probably believe what I'm telling you. Why would Trump fire folks who work in election? Now, to make the matter worse, these folks, some of them are Republicans. So Trump just sent a letter from the White House to the two Democrats. Now, out of the 3 people that was fired, now 2 people were fired, one of them resigned. The Republican one was the one who resigned. And what we heard, according to the news, is that the person was pressured to resign, the Republican person. But the 2 Democrat commissioners, they were fired through emails from the White House. Now, that sounds very fishy to me. Why would the president be so concerned with election? Is that an election interference? I mean, that's what it sounds to me. That's my own opinion. And now we're heading towards the midterms. And now, what's probably going to happen is the president will appoint his own people to the commissions. But the good news is these things can take a very long time before, it can take a very long time before Trump can actually appoint people, because he has to be approved by the House and the Senate. So I don't see these being concluded before the midterms. So we're not going to have these votes to oversee the election. What is Trump trying to do? I mean, Trump claims he has good approval rating. Lots of people in the country love it. So if that's the case, why does it seem as if Trump is trying to go after everything that has to do with election integrity? And what Republicans tell their party members, what they tell them is that, hey, we're trying to make sure the election of the country is free and fair. Well, that's not how to make election free and fair. That's not how to do it. You see, the headline is that Trump fires all election assistance commission members before midterms. Folks, this midterms election is the most important election in my lifetime. Maybe in your lifetime as well. We have to take this very serious. We have to take this seriously. Get ready to vote. Get ready to tell your friends and your family to come out in large numbers and go and vote. Because the fate of America really depends on these midterms. I can tell you something for sure. Republicans are going to come out and vote. They will come out and vote. So it now depends on you, the Democrat, the independent. Are you going to let things are you going to let Trump just take over everything? Because that's how it feels, as if this country is the direction this country is going. He just named an airport after his name. Right. He wanted to name Kennedy Center after his name. He succeeded, but then it was taken away from him. So it is in our hands right now. The midterms is not over yet. The midterms is still ahead. We have the chance to go out and vote in large numbers to make sure that wherever Trump throws or the Republican Party throws, that is illegal. We'll be able to fight back with our vote. We'll be able to fight back with our voice, with our vote. So get ready, folks. Don't take it lightly. This is very serious. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. What are you waiting for? Subscribe to this channel. Send this message to your friends and to your family. And keep coming back. We're going to have lots of things to talk about in this channel. And we're not going to be afraid of anybody. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you again.